Hi everybody, it's BB. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing with tumbler tiles, and I wanted to show you an easy way that I've made gifts for people in the past. There are a gazillion YouTube videos about this, but I'll just show you what I've done. This was a stack that I made as a gift using some Our Daily Bread stamps. Okay, and really these are your little canvas. You can make them however you want. And on the back I put these little felt circles that you can get at Home Depot, the craft store. I'm out of these, so I'm going to be using these cork circles that I got at Michael's years ago on 90% off clearance when they had like a lot of denim and corkboard and all kinds of stuff. So basically when you're finished, you can just put them in the corners here. So what you'll need is some tumbler tiles from Home Depot or Lowe's, and they're 4x4. And what I do, I soak them in water. Sometimes I'll do it the night before, take them out and let them dry overnight. They do dry pretty quick. Or before you work on them, you can clean them with just good old alcohol. So what I'm going to be working with today is the Crafter's Companion Nautical collection, and I'm just going to do some playing. So I'm using all kinds of inks. A lot of people use StazOn, which is awesome. You can use other types of ink, but what I will do is use a combination of the StazOn and the dye pads, and then I'll actually bake them in the oven for about 20-30 minutes at 250 degrees. Let them cool off. I'm not going to bore you with that part. Then spray them with the clear sealant like Krylon that you can get at Michael's, Home Depot, Walmart, Ace Hardware, any place like that. I'm sure even Hobby Lobby sells it. So that's something you would spray after the fact. Make sure you let your tiles cool, people. Don't want any burned fingers. We do that enough with our glue guns. And do that outside. That stuff stinks. You don't want to inhale it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this 3D embossing pad, and I'm just going to play around with it. And for one of these, I'm just going to spread some ink on the embossing pad, and I'm going to try it on this and see what we get. And I'm sorry if I wiggle the camera, but I just thought this would be kind of cool to play with. It's a good technique for paper, and you see I just got a little bit, so I'm gonna try it again. It's not like you can run it through the embossing machine. And it's too thick for your Misty stamper, so you get a little bit. And for my third try, as I can see, this isn't doing what I wanted it to do, so let's try it this way. It's almost like a little script stamp. So now we know, don't use the embossing folder. So my next thing is to decide what do I want to put on this first. So I think what I'm going to do is a ship. I like the ship. And I'm going to use this Fiskars squishy stamp press. I think that's what you call it. So I'm going to put my stamp on here and just want to decide what color ship I'm going to use, and I'm going to stick with the brown theme at the moment. And see how we do. And you get a package of these tiles. There's, I believe, 8 of them. It's like $3.50, $3.48, something like that. So I'm going to put my ship down here in the corner. Make sure you press real hard to get a good impression. Ah, awesome. So that came out super good. Love it. Now, I don't know if you can see, it's still a little wet. So while that's a little wet, I'm going to do a no-no here. This is how I clean my stamps. And I use alcohol. No, don't use alcohol. You're going to dry it out. Well, I haven't had any problems. You do it however you like. Dawn dish soap, run them under the sink, whatever special stamp cleaner. I just use my good old rubbing alcohol. Okay, so this is the ship. And I think we need a little saying. So I think I'm going to do enjoy life's journey. And I don't know if I want blue or green or black. I think I'm going to stick with the brown for this one. As Bob Ross would say, this is my little world and I can do it however I want. And I'm going to. So, let's see, make sure you can see that. Ah, love it. There you go. Very simple. Enjoy life's journey. So while that one's drying, we will work on another one. These are pretty easy to crank out. They make great gifts. I don't know if you've been in a specialty store and see how expensive tiles are. Coasters, very, very, very expensive. So I think this next one, I'm going to do the lighthouse. I love this lighthouse. I think it's very nice, and it'll take up a good portion of the tile. So I'm going to use, this one's called Seaside, and I got this at Tuesday Morning. And I'm just doing the one color. I'm not going to try to color each little section. And I'm stamping this down. Make sure you get a good impression. If your hands aren't strong, get one of your kids to come over, hubby. Ah, love it. Super cool. So I'm going to clean that off. Yeah, don't report me to the stamp police, but that's just how I like to do it. So let's see what else we can do here. Adventure awaits, sail away, oceans of happiness, or you don't have to put anything. I think what I'm going to do is put these little seagulls on here. And I've got this little well, it helps if you put them on the right way. Yes? Yes. Let's see. All right, it doesn't like that. That's bizarre. Okay, so we will do one at a time. Just on the off side that it messes up. So this is one of those I want to call it rockabilly, but rocka something stamp. Ooh, like that. And see, all the ink came off. So, and yes, I'm using spit. So when you're making these, remember they all don't have to be one theme unless that's what you're going for. So there we go. And my third one, I think I want to do some shells. So I am going to go back to my brown. Great impression. Except for the little birds not wanting to stick on that. I'm digging on these rockabilly things here. This nautilus shell. I found 2 paper nautiluses on the beaches here in Florida, and they're absolutely beautiful. I think I want to do a different color. This one's called Sailboat Blue. And it's a little bit lighter, so we'll see how this does. Not a fan of that. So, but that's the great thing. You just play with it. These will be for me, so it's okay. I will go back to the dark color here and use the dark blue. And go back over it. There we go. And now we need one more little shell. And I think we'll just go with the scallop. I know people say work in odd numbers, but hey, you do what you like. So I'm going to go back to my sayings. And we're going to use, we cannot control the wind, but we can direct the sails. And I'm going to use my brown. And there you go. I'm going to put one more little shell up there. I'm thinking the starfish. I like the starfish. So that'll be 5, and it'll give it an extra pop of blue. Oh yeah, there we go. Looks good. Looks really, really good. Okay, so we have one more. And we're going to do wishing you smooth sailing. Think how cute these would be for a retirement gift for somebody. And there's these little nautical knots. Say that 3 times fast. That could be your little borders here. And let's see. I'm going to go back to my shell here and do a couple more shells. So, wishing you smooth sailing. So we've got wishing you smooth sailing. Enjoy life's journey. Lighthouse. We cannot control the wind, but we can direct the sails. So this is my quick little project. You can hot glue again, like I said, the cork or felt circles or felt squares, whatever you have. Just make sure bake these in the oven for at 250 degrees for 30 minutes. Take them out. Let them cool completely, then spray them with like Krylon sealer, and you'll have some beautiful tiles for years to come. So thanks for stopping by. Any questions? Hit me up below. Bye now.